Your Honor, he's trying to get him into veterans court. I think he's waiting on a response from them. I'll check with them and see where it's at.
Come on up. Yes, sir. We're gonna give you a resetting. All right, 4 weeks announcement. Okay. Lewis Hebert.
Your Honor, can I speak?
Why would you do that without your lawyer? That's going to be a catastrophic
That's fine.
move on your part.
It's fine, Your Honor.
Unless you're asking me what time it is or something. But if
No,
it's
you're-
about this case,
It's something personal. But can I speak on this situation? My wife just lost her son on Monday evening.
yes, sir.
And the crime that happened in Orange.
Yes.
And I'm trying to be there, be home for emotional support, my wife and my children.
Okay.
Pause for a second, listen to this. Right here, the defendant is humanizing himself, talking about his recent loss and family stress. The court often sees emotional appeals like this, but remember, it does not erase the charges. The judge is weighing empathy against the law. Will the defendant's personal tragedy affect sentencing? That's exactly what makes courtroom drama so gripping.
Well, where does she live?
She's 35, 45.
She's the victim, and he's not allowed to have any contact with her.
Oh, well,
So his father contacted me and told me first, and I told him, "Hey, look, we're not together right now. I can't contact her and let her know.
that's
You're gonna have to call her."
yes, sir.
And I went to the crime scene. The crime happened 3:45 Monday evening in Orange. And so he lost his life, and pretty sure they're gonna start planning a funeral sometime this week for him. I don't know what's going on with Mr. West. I tried to contact him yesterday and let him know about my situation.
Yes.
And I haven't got any word back from him.
Your Honor, I have spoken with the victim complaining in this case. She just wishes for the defendant to get get probation. That's what she was asking for, for him to get some treatment. She said this was kind of a one-off for him from me talking to her.
I've already started working on doing the things necessary to do to keep myself mentally capable, taking my medication and going to marriage counseling.
What medication is that?
I take medication for PTSD. It's called sertraline. I'm a war veteran. I served 1.5 years in Iraq. I've been having some issues.
You saw combat, did you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of people,
Didn't make it back home.
though, served in combat and didn't have PTSD. Not everybody has PTSD. Some people misuse that.
Here's a legal nuance. The defendant claims PTSD from combat. PTSD can be a factor in mitigation, but it's not a get-out-of-jail-free card. The judge will consider whether the defendant can manage his condition responsibly. This is where law meets psychology. He has to prove control over his actions, not just trauma.
Even though they've been in the service, and use it as a crutch to get themselves out of situations that they when they make bad choices, which is not something that is proper. How long? What medical physician?
The VA. I have a 90% disabled. Just
You do.
Service connected disabled from the military gun.
How many combat situations were you involved with?
Multiple there. One of my battle buddies got wounded on the guard shack, and I kind of froze up a little bit and got behind a 50 cal machine gun to shoot at the assailants.
Well, that should take care of the assailant.
I don't know.
Did it?
It did. A few days
But
later.
it makes a path.
A few days later.
It makes a wide
it's
path.
killed.
It'll destroy a forest if you got enough
Mortar round attacks.
rounds. Yeah.
For the first 90 days there, we got mortar round attack every day. I got caught in an ambush before. It's a lot of things. It's way more than that.
All right. Look, nobody's perfect. Everybody has situations, issues.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes it's self-inflicted. Sometimes it's natural, and sometimes it's brought on by situations such as war. But you're still responsible for your actions. Otherwise, if you're not, if you can't be, then you need to be placed in a facility where they can treat you and you are not a harm to others and you or yourself. That's what's important. Here, this is a second degree felony, which you're charged with carries with it up to 20 years in prison. And this was your wife who was the complainant, right? All right. Well, you took an oath when you married her to act other.
Boom. This is the turning point. The judge is making it crystal clear. You are responsible, no matter the backstory. Accountability is non-negotiable in court. Even war veterans with legitimate trauma are expected to handle their actions. This is legal reality meets moral responsibility, classic courtroom tension.
Wise. This is not the way to act. You have a condition that if you can't treat it responsibly, you're going to have problems.
Yes,
And crimes are what they are. They're accusations of wrongdoing, unless you can say you're incompetent or insane, which I don't think you are. You have a unique set of problems. Others have the same problem, but they deal with it. And there's not a rash of people who are war veterans who are going out and assaulting. And this is very dangerous. It was the use of it threatening with a deadly weapon. You either love her or you don't. If you love her, you're not going to treat her this way. You got to be responsible in your actions, and you've got to deal with your problems. This because you're going to be held accountable unless you're not competent, unless you're insane. But you can't have it both ways.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's got issues. You got unique ones, but others are like you, and they deal with them responsibly, which means you've got medication I think you have to take. You have to take that responsibly. When you feel you're losing control, you've got to do something about it. Separate, get out of the way, move off, and then get your balance back in your mind. But here we are, a bunch of strangers involved in your life, in your intimate life. This is y'all's business. But you've created it a public. Now it's a public business. Fix this. Whatever it is that you need to do in treatment to supplement what you're doing to ensure that everybody loses their temper.
That was the day I lost it.
Well, but we're all responsible when we lose it. We can't you can't get in front of a jury if you're charged with a crime with assault. You say, well, I lost my temper. Everybody loses their temper, right, jury? Y'all lost your temper, so now can I go home? That's not the way it works. We all lose our composure. We're responsible to dealing with it responsibly. Are you able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Well, then do it. Do it. Also, a family is how many children?
4 boys, 2 girls with me.
Let me just say, all right.
And my 2 girls, I know they're not going to take it with
Kids, you were a kid too. Kids are greatly affected by their parents' actions.
Yes, sir.
They're going to emulate this. You don't want your children acting like you did on this occasion. But that's what they will do. They're learning from you because it's natural for them. If dad does it, I want to be just like him because I love him or I'm proud of him.
Yes, sir.
You've got to remember, the greatest gift you can give a child is a good example because it's natural for them to emulate what you do. So you've got to be the best you can be so that they don't make mistakes later that you're making. All right. Fix it. Are you able to do that? Do you care about your family?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. You're saying all the right things. Do it.
Yes, sir.
put it into action, and then you can navigate through this, get this behind you, with a minimal of punishment. There are ways of fixing this where you can move on and you don't have a conviction, and it's a one-off thing that don't do it again. But can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Good. I think you can. Well, just
Notice how the judge pivots from punishment to legacy. This is crucial. Judges often stress the ripple effect of a defendant's actions on family. Here, it's not just about the crime. It's about setting a lasting example for children. It's a mix of stern guidance and life coaching in a courtroom. Would you take this advice seriously if you were in his shoes?
But you're not alone. We all have bad times we have to deal with. And just, you got to realize, this is one of those bad times, and I'm going to either go in this direction or that direction, and that direction puts me in the woods, and I'm lost, and I don't want to go there. Then you got to be able to think about it responsibly and deliberately. But we all do it. We all have those bad times. Fix it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good, man. All right. Good. Do it. Thank you.